Hello there guys, welcome to the channel. This is Pure Wrestling. Today's show I'm bringing you official Raw review for last night's show. I'm going to quickly go over the main points of the show. I'm not going to do a long video for you guys, so stay tuned. Hopefully you enjoy this. Smash the thumbs up if you enjoy this. Comment down below your thoughts on Raw as well, and go ahead and check out my other videos. Yesterday I uploaded a Braun Strowman top 5 picks for a tag partner at WrestleMania. It got over 280 views within the day. I was mega impressed. Thank you very much who supported that, and also for the people who watched my unboxing on the WrestleCrate. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out as well. This is the new shirt. It's sort of a Ghostbuster type goo. I don't know, it's just a cool shirt. They do a lot of good stuff. Go ahead and check them out. Also, if you're subscribed there, let me know. And yeah, just basically go ahead and check out my past videos. Also today I also released the top 5 people to replace Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, obviously due to the injury and stuff like that. There's breaking news. I picked 5 people and some honorable mentions, so go ahead and check that out. Support the channel as much as you can. Subscribe if you are new here, and join the notification squad by hitting that bell. That is a crucial thing for you guys to know. But we're going to go straight into the Raw review, guys. Nothing else to talk about really. Just I want to say a massive thank you to all my current followers and subscribers. Go ahead to @TIPW podcast if you want to see this shirt, the design which was sent through. Follow me on @TIPW podcast, and you'll receive all my Twitter information and all my Twitter updates on there. So without further ado, we go straight into the Raw review, and first up we had Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar as per usual. Open up Raw, rinse and repeat, guys, rinse and repeat. It's the same old stuff. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out. Paul Heyman's calling out Roman Reigns. You could tell Roman was going to be there. He's like, Roman Reigns ain't here tonight. We knew he was going to be there. Roman comes out. Roman gets dominated. Paul Heyman did cut a good promo. That's the one thing I can say that was good in this segment. Obviously, people are going to say, oh yeah, but Roman got destroyed. Roman got beat up. That was what's fun. Maybe to you guys, but to me, it was the same stuff. The only thing that was different was the F5 onto the steel steps. That was the only thing that was different to me. So I'm going to move on. Really, I didn't really want to say much about this segment. The next bit was Nia Jax versus Mickie James. Now this was an okay match. I actually didn't mind this match. Nia's basically getting over at the moment, for sure. She's definitely getting over as this face. I'm preferring Nia. I've always liked Nia, and I did think she deserved a chance. She's not the best wrestler, but if you look at the likes of Hulk Hogan, people like that, they weren't a great wrestler, but they was just over as a good face or a good heel. And I just think Nia deserves a chance. It's because of her image that's why I think she's let down, and that's one thing that's come into play in this story mode with Alexa Bliss. In the end, it ended up Nia picking up the win. She's basically, Bliss attacks her, and then Nia chases Bliss up the ramp. That's all you see in this segment. They're still playing the story. Very, very well done from these both, as well as Mickie James. Still curious why Mickie James is with Alexa. Obviously, Alexa needs help. That's the heel character she is, like the Miz. But I'm still curious because she deserves a lot better. Next up, we had a promo package of Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H interviewed, and obviously a promo package of them in the gym. Now, this was different. This weren't like a normal promo package. Obviously, it had a few clips from Raw and stuff in the previous, well, basically with Ronda Rousey and stuff like that. They had little clips of that, but there was a few clips of gym and how they trained. It was quite cool to watch, and you had interviews of them talking about Ronda. Basically, I've got to say, now a lot of people don't like Stephanie McMahon, but she's definitely said in this story well. She's putting Ronda over very well, and for me that weren't really interested when this was announced, obviously I was interested in seeing Ronda Rousey, but I wasn't interested in the match. It just don't appeal to me. But this got me a little bit like, okay, this could be decent. Like, I'm looking forward to this. But I just think they're really building Ronda well towards WrestleMania, of course. And there was another scene with Ronda as we go along. Next up, we had Cruiserweight action on Raw again, guys. Cruiserweight. So you know, if you watch my 205 Live reviews, I love Cruiserweight action, especially now that 205 Live has got a repackaging and a rebuild. I'm definitely down for it. Now we have Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali on the same team. Obviously, they're going to be in the Cruiserweight final match at WrestleMania for the title. Definitely looking forward to that. They're on the same against the first ever Cruiserweight champion TJP and Drew Gulak, who's obviously got a new repackaged, new beast-like character. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes for him. Basically, this match had great action, as you always expect if you watch 205 Live. It is very good. In the end, basically, I'm just going to cut straight to the end. Ali tagged himself in. Cedric had hit his finisher while he was in the ring, but he wanted to take the pin, but obviously he'd been tagged out by Mustafa Ali. So Mustafa Ali hit his finisher, 1, 2, 3, and there's a bit of confrontation between the two, showing that Ali's getting the job done. And it was just storyline, really, and it was good. The reason why it done so well for me, in my honest opinion, is because they haven't been on Raw for a while, and when they did put it on Raw, they put it in a perfect spot, and they done the storyline well heading into WrestleMania. Next up, we have Miz TV. Now, what can you expect from Miz? He's just a great heel. Him and the Miztourage have done so well. Now, the whole segment is basically around the Miz and the Miztourage. Miz is not happy with the Miztourage. He's basically cuts a great promo, in my honest opinion. Well, I think Miz's promos are always great, to be honest. Even when he has a bad promo, I think it's great. He cuts a little promo. Seth interrupts. He comes out. He mocks the Miz and the Miztourage. He says, this is the best episode of Miz TV. Now, that is obviously getting him to Miz's head, winding him up. Seth, I just think Seth's a great face. That's one thing I put down is on my notes, because I'm reading off my notes. Seth is a great face. I didn't actually think his face one would work. Now, it's not because I don't like Seth Rollins. I don't think he can do anything. I actually really do like Seth. And I do believe that Seth was a great heel. He was literally the heel that, from me, I hated, because he'd done the things like split up the Shield and stuff like that. I just feel like he was a really good heel, and they built him up so well, especially with that Money in the Bank cash-in and the whole storyline. It was done so well. I just didn't think his face run was going to work, and now this episode of Raw really got me interested in Seth Rollins properly, not like a little bit. He just came out, he just acted like a pure face, cutting a promo like a pure face, and it was just really effective for me. And for people, it may be just be in general for you, but for me today, I noticed more than anything watching Raw that Seth Rollins is a good face. Now, basically, Seth's playing off the fact that he's come out to help The Miz because he sees everybody needs help. They're all going off in the ring. And I actually do believe, I must say, this feud with The Miz is helping Seth Rollins. With the likes of The Miz as a great heel, obviously, like Seth, I just think it's definitely helping him. Like, The Miz is pushing him in the face direction he needs to go. That's what I'm trying to say. Basically, in this segment, it's really getting heated, and Bo calls Miz a phony A-lister who can't fight. He says it, and Miz like, what do you say? Then Finn comes out. Finn starts trying to stir the pot, trying to get in the mind, and you can see this, they're playing a game. Then basically, Miz asks him to repeat, and Bo repeats it, and Miz just slaps him in the face, completely slaps him. Curtis Axel getting in the middle, trying to stop him, because obviously it's getting heated now. He wants the Miztourage to still go. But the Miz says, their aim is to get the Miz over as the best Intercontinental Champion. And he's better than the likes of Macho Man. He's better than the likes of Shawn Michaels, and he's better than the likes of Mr. Perfect. Now, as you can expect, Curtis Axel was fuming at this point, because obviously that's, at the end of the day, that's his dad. And Miz is like, it slipped, I didn't mean it, sort of thing. And trying to get out of it, the little weasel he is, ends up in a stare down, right? And I'm really behind this. I'm like, for the first time, they've fooled me. But they was fooling everybody all along. It was all a game. It was all the Miztourage just trying to get in the head of Seth and Finn. And it did. They all attacked Seth and Finn. In the end, the club come down to try and help Finn. They take the Miztourage out of the ring completely. The Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, again, he was complaining. He was left alone the last couple of weeks in the ring. He was left alone again. Now, Seth and Finn trying to attack each other, trying to attack Miz. Then in the end, it just ends up with Finn attacking Seth, holding up the title. Then it was just a huge brawl of all of them together, basically. To me, it just looks like they're trying to show Finn off as he's basically going to be your Intercontinental title holder. That's who I believe it's going to be. There's been spoilers going around. Apparently, it's going to be Seth Rollins to win the title. I'm going with Finn Balor still. I still think Finn Balor needs a bit of gold around his waist, especially now they're pushing the whole Balor Club thing. I just think it's going to go to Finn, and it's just showing that Finn is one step ahead, and I'm just liking this whole confrontation, really, between the three. This segment was so needed, in my opinion. I just think this done better than the last couple of weeks, in my opinion, because this feud, I'm down. I think it's going to be one of the best matches, but the build-up hasn't been great, and this is what I needed. Now we go on to the next bit, which was a Kane promo. Now, this was completely pointless, if I'm honest. He says that Cena is going to hell, not WrestleMania, after their match. That's the main thing that was said in this promo, and I did not care. I do not care, and the reasons why is not because I don't like Kane, because I respect Kane for what he's done in the business, but Kane should retire. Him and The Undertaker should have both retired together, brother versus brother at WrestleMania. They should have both retired together. That's my honest opinion. That would have been a great storyline for me, and that's what I would have loved to have seen years ago. But Kane is still going now, and it's just so stupid that they're making this happen. And even being in a match with John Cena on Raw tonight, it was just stupid. But we go on to another stupid moment, in my opinion, which is Asuka versus a jobber, Jamie Frost. Quick, pointless, stupid. Jamie with forearms to Asuka's face, then a massive slap. Asuka giving that look. One kick, 1, 2, 3. Not going to talk too much about this match, to be honest. I'm just going to go on to the next bit. Matt Hardy promo. Now, obviously, beforehand, there was Michael Cole playing off the fact that he thought this was going to be a stupid segment last week's Raw, and he still backs up that idea. This was a better promo than usual, I must say, from Matt Hardy. If you want to, I think you should go ahead and check it out if you haven't watched it already. Matt Hardy, this is more like Broken Matt. I feel like this was less scripted. You got your little bits in there which was scripted, but this came off more better than usual. He announces he's going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. That's one thing I don't care about, obviously, because it's just pointless. It's just something to chuck everyone in, and someone's going to win it. It's like a Royal Rumble, really. But Royal Rumbles are more entertaining. Obviously, you got the numbers counting down, whereas everyone's just in the fucking ring. It's stupid. But obviously, I want to see more for Broken Matt Hardy in the future. Now, by far, one of the best segments on the show, which was the Bayley and Sasha segment. If you haven't checked it out, guys, go ahead and check it out. This was probably one of the best segments, apart from The Miz and Finn and Seth, and that was another good segment on the show. We had a backstage promo. Bayley basically said, "Did you get my text to Sasha?" She said yes. She said she's just entering the women's battle royale. Sasha's like, "Is that it? We need to sort out what happened last week." It ends up in a confrontation between them both spitting fire and telling the truth. Like, Bayley's like, "Oh well, you can't beat me. That's why you're scared of me," and all this. It was just completely going against each other. It was probably one of the best confrontations I've seen from Bayley as well. Sasha needs to go heel. Sasha is a great heel. It needs to happen, not Bayley. Sasha is the heel. The statement of the boss is normally a bad person, not in general, but you have to play the bad guy. That is the statement. So if she's going to be the legit boss, she needs to turn heel. She was a better heel in NXT. She was literally unmissable on NXT. She needs to turn heel. Sasha makes a statement, "I was the 4 times Raw Women's Champion," but Bayley says, "How long did you keep it for?" This then just broke out in an attack. Sasha attacking Bayley getting on top. It was just a complete brawl of a backstage segment. Really brutal, some brutal strikes in this scene. Very, very well done from WWE, and very well done from these two women. I definitely enjoyed this. Next up, we have these hands. Braun Strowman come out to the ring, guys. One of the best things on Raw, obviously, every single week. This wasn't one of the best segments, but it done what it needed to do. Sheamus and Cesaro coming out mocking Strowman. They basically want to know the partner of Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. He says he'll tell Sheamus if Sheamus beats him in a ring tonight on Raw. They have a match. The match, really, in general, the point of it was to sell Braun Strowman as a beast. He got injured in this match. He still won the match. Obviously, the running power slam to Sheamus. 1, 2, 3. There was a lot of interruptions in this match, but they still don't know the partner. This is what is fun. It's leading up to it. So go ahead and check my video out. As I said, the top 5 people I'd pick for Strowman. Let me know in the comment section down below of this video or that video who you'd pick as Braun Strowman's partner. I think they're really playing it off very well. I think they should hold off until WrestleMania, and you get a surprise at WrestleMania like they did with the Hardys. That was a very good surprise. Next up, we have Ronda Rousey being introduced to the ring by Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle says Ronda is ready for WrestleMania after seeing her train. Ronda says she didn't come for an easy ride because he said it wouldn't be easy because Stephanie McMahon and Triple H obviously run the show. She said she ripped Stephanie's arm out of her socket. Something we've heard before. It was a similar promo, but she's just training her promo. As you can see, she's getting used to it. The crowd chanting "what?" I didn't like it, to be honest. The "what" chant is getting a bit too much, if I'm honest. Just in my opinion, I just think it ruined some promos, and it definitely put Ronda Rousey off in this promo. Made her feel definitely uncomfortable. I get she ain't good at promos, but it just felt stupid to me. Next, we have Absolution come out with Paige. Welcomes Ronda to Raw. Wants Ronda to join Absolution. Ronda has Kurt. She says Ronda says she has Kurt. She don't need anyone else, but Paige reckons she does. She thinks she should join Absolution. She thinks she needs more than Kurt Angle. Ronda turns around and says no, but thank you for the offer. Paige says she has made some new enemies and a big mistake. Rousey ends up taking out Deville with one strike. It was pure nasty. And Mandy Rose, she takes out Mandy Rose, and then she gets in some armbar. Everyone's chanting yes, yes, yes. They want her to snap the arm completely off. This was needed more than anything on the show. This was needed. I needed to care about Ronda Rousey going to WrestleMania. Now, I did care about Ronda Rousey going to WrestleMania, but I needed to see a beast going into WrestleMania. This is what was needed. I needed to see that armbar. I needed to see her want to snap it. I needed to see that happen. Apart from the stuff with Stephanie, nothing has happened, and this is what's needed going into WrestleMania. I think Absolution or Paige, whoever, sold this very well, and I think this was definitely needed for Ronda Rousey, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Club versus the Miztourage. Obviously, what happened earlier, it was an okay match. The Club is definitely being pushed with the Balor Club. I think WWE took their time with these guys. They deserved it earlier. It sort of feels like it's a bit too late, but they won in the end with a magic killer on Curtis Axel. As I said, it was an okay match. Nothing really much to say about it, really. I just hope the Club do get their time coming up, whether they get a trade or what, I don't know, but I do like the Club. Finally, guys, Walk with Elias. Elias was back on WWE television. He was going off about Madison Square Garden and stuff like that, but we want him on television, guys. He's one of the best things with Braun Strowman on Raw. Rhino comes out. What the hell is this guy doing on my television? He's the one that got fucking thingy injured in the first place. Oh, Samoa Joe. Why is he on the television? Why him out of everybody? You could have had Apollo Crews come out. At least Apollo Crews got some television time. But anyway, it was a terrible match in my opinion. I just wasn't interested. As soon as I see Rhino and Heath come out, I love Heath to bits, and I love Rhino. I respect him as a legend, the same as Kane. But he shouldn't be there no more, in my honest opinion. Apart from the tag team action that they'd done together and they won the titles, that was the only thing I cared for. Elias wins with the drift away, 1, 2, 3, and then he gives one to Heath 2. Pretty much straightforward. Then you have your main event, CENA versus Kane. Nothing really to say about this. You guys know how this match went. You can't tell me you thought this was a great match. This was okay for a no disqualification match, but I don't think the no DQ could even save this match. Two old part-timers going at it in the ring. Now, that's coming from me, a massive CENA fan as a kid. Still a CENA fan now. Not massive, but a CENA fan. CENA wins with the AA through a table. I just get the story, but it's putting the fans off. Like, that's one thing that's putting me off. If they're going to do the Undertaker and that, it should have been announced already. So I don't know what they're doing with CENA, and they're just going about it all wrong for me. It's not getting the fans interested, it's putting them off. In the end, the last final bit after the match, you had John Cena cutting a promo yet again. Pretty similar. Not a very great promo, but decent one. He said he still heard nothing from the Undertaker. Fans start chanting Undertaker. John says silence is not an answer. It's either yes or no. Yes chants start happening. Do something chants start happening. He said there's 1 week left, and this will sum up the Undertaker's career if he doesn't answer or he doesn't turn up. Cena hopes he sees Undertaker next week, as it's his last week. One thing I did take note of as well is throughout the match, Cena was doing like that, and he was doing the rolling eyes. There's a lot of screenshots all over social media. He was really trying to get to the Undertaker. So this is going to happen. I do think it's going to happen. I do think they could hold off to WrestleMania now. There's no point bringing the Undertaker in next week. But if they do something very well next week, I wouldn't mind it. But that is pretty much what happened on Monday Night Raw, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. If I'm honest, I didn't massively enjoy Raw. I think there was 2 or 3 segments I could pick out and a couple of okay bits. But that is pretty much what happened on Raw. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what you thought of Monday Night Raw. Smash the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And subscribe to This Is Pure Wrestling, as I said. Go ahead and check out my past videos. Subscribe to this channel, This Is Pure Wrestling. Follow me on Twitter at TIPW Podcast. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to join the notification squad when I upload videos, especially tomorrow, SmackDown Live and 205 Live reviews on the channel, Thursday NXT reviews, and through the weekend we're going to have a couple of videos for you as well. So stay tuned, support this channel as much as you can, as I said, and I'll see you next time on This Is Pure Wrestling.